That dog, man.
What did you post on Snapchat? What did you post on Snapchat? What did you post?
No, it was just a picture of us all just chilling in the camper, but my woman was like, "That's weird."
That girl looks kind of trashy.
Yeah, she's like that.
Can we
So girl with hoops.
so my woman actually tried to call me and she couldn't get a hold of me for 2 days. So my woman actually tracked me down and hunted me down, come up to the camper, busted in, and was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like no shit, like she literally busted in the camper. I was fucked to that. She walked in, she said, "What the fuck is going on in here?" Right? And she sees the blow and the fucking weed and the money and like I said, I never touched
you had it like you was Scarface up in that bitch.
Yeah.
Money out.
Hell yeah, dog. Scratch tickets. Scratch tickets everywhere, you know. Like I go to the store, like just buy like $100 worth of fucking scratch tickets at like I go get like gas or something. Like yeah, I want $100 worth of scratch tickets.
Not a condom in sight, dude. Not a condom within the fucking 5 miles, dude.
But I didn't need them because I was too fucked.
Yeah, but you wasn't planning on wearing one anyway.
No, I would have.
Really?
No, I would have. Yeah. But no, I was just dog. I was up for like 5 or 6 days, man. Like you know, like I'm not like stuff don't work right after like 3 or 4 days up, dog, and like fucking after sniffing like an ounce or two of coke. Like things don't start.
You were buying those horny goat weed pills at the gas station or
did you have like
Panthers.
Viagra too, or what?
I never bought them off. I never bought them out of the gas station. I used to buy someone that used to get a prescription of them. I used to buy Cialis, man.
No way.
I had to, man. You're doing that much coke, man. You fucking dick, man. Don't want to move, dog. When you're doing like a fucking ounce every 2 days.
Yeah, the good old coke dick.
Yeah, but like you say, it's when you haven't slept for 3 days and you just done an ounce and a half of coke. Yeah, you definitely got your dick is just like I don't even want to piss, dog. Like, right? That thing can be shriveled up that much. It's just like. Holy fuck, he's just screaming at me, "Help me, man, just give me a break."
Why?
Because, like, the coke has just got he wants to be alive, you know? Right? This motherfucker didn't want to piss, dog. Like, she didn't want to work at all, like.
So you couldn't even pee?
So that's why.
Well, when I got drunk,
why you didn't fuck the prostitute was because
too fucked up on coke. Too fucked up.
It's not that you were like fucked up, you passed out, but no, you just couldn't get strong like bull.
Dog, man,
you couldn't pull up a boner, basically.
Listen, did I tell you the time?
You couldn't bust out a wiener.
Yes.
First.
Actually, now that you mentioned it, Fly, that yes, all of those things is what he just said.
Did I tell you about when I caught my truck afire?
God, I gotta piss. I want to hear this story. Give me 30 seconds, man. I want to hear this.
So this is all in the same time frame, like up around the camper too.
Straight or gay or whatever.
Right. That was like, I'll tell you, it was crazy. Big lifted up Dodge Ram too. Right, this motherfucker was rolling on 6-inch lift, 3-inch body, airbag suspension in the rear end, 37-inch tires. You know what? It was funny though. It's like all my vehicles, I paid cash for them. I bought them outright. Like the house. What I done. But just think about it, okay? What do you need in life to get anything besides money? If you want a house, how are you getting a house without money?
Credit.
Exactly.
Oh, credit.
Exactly. So I was like, okay, keep my credit up.
School, hey, hold up.
What happened?
Stu's schooling these niggas on finance. Go ahead.
So
It's about credit.
So even though
he won the money, he immediately took out a loan for the sum of money that he
Because he wanted credit.
No, I took out. I paid $80,000 on my house. The house was $140,000. I paid $80,000. I had a $60,000 mortgage, just so I could have a small payment to build up keep my credit where it was too. right? Because if you have no money, if I lost all my money, but I had credit, I could still go fucking get a loan for money, like, you know what I mean?
Even though a loan you have to pay back.
Yeah, exactly.
With an interest
Yeah,
rate.
wouldn't you get lonely?
But
So
if you don't have a job,
Grabbing a loan
if you
for
don't have a job to pay off the loan, then what the fuck's the point? But
No, exactly. But if you want a house, if you don't have the like 100, you don't cash up front and show flashing to the people that you're buying it, you got to go to a bank and get credit. So I was like, okay, well, I'll be smart. I'll just have a small payment. You know, my mortgage was like $250 a month, something like that.
$250? Oh,
Yeah,
you
man.
Paid off so much
Yeah,
of it.
yeah.
So
what happened?
30-year mortgage is 60,000.
30-year
Mazda
mortgage.
3.
So I'll tell you about I'll tell you about the truck first, and then I'll go back to this one. So, anyways, this was all in the same time frame up around the camper. So I was that fucked up. I was that paranoid because I was that fucked up. I thought I heard people around outside the camper, which I still think to this day there probably was, because they were probably trying to rob me. But they wouldn't, because I would have fucked them motherfuckers up, because I would have shanked them. I rolled with a knife when I was selling coke.
But I
Had
mean,
to.
your dick wasn't even working, so.
Well, they don't need that. Listen, dog, they don't need to work to fight somebody. Like, I'm not gonna fight them and trying to stick it in their ass after I'm done. Like, you know, I'm just gonna fucking fuck you up, and that's it. But so I got fucked up. I'm still fucked up. Thought I heard people out around the thing, so I took my truck and started patrolling my buddy's yard that I had the camper in, and I went up over this fucking home in the yard. I was up on like a bank, and I bottomed the truck, and the grass was high and it was slippery. That I dug a trench that you wouldn't catch. So, but it was that dry that the exhaust caught on the fire. So I was in the truck, man, revving her, man. And when I looked, man, all I could see was just fucking flames coming up on the passenger side of my truck. I was like, holy fuck. I was there, man, blowing on her, man. Fucking boys were throwing rocks at me, trying to get me out, and I jumped out of her. I was like, shit, the truck's on fire. Boys like, yeah, we know, we're trying to get you out. I said, I don't give a fuck, I was going down with her. I ran down to my camper, man. There were just a pair of shorts on.
With her.
Right, real gangster, right? Runs down to my camper, grabs the fire extinguisher. Everybody else has just stood there like dummies. I'm there fucking, I'm the only one that was half sensible, even though I was fucked up. Runs down, grabs the fire extinguisher, comes up and puts her out. After I puts her out, all you see is fire department coming, the cops coming. I was like, uh-oh, here we go. I was there, and I was blitzed, man, like always, like fucking two fucking nickels, man, like. Cop comes up to me talking to me. He said, what happened? I said, boy, someone up around the yard was just up looking around, like they're doing rocking in his face back and forth, you know what I mean? And he's like, but they couldn't prove nothing, right? Because I was on private property. They were like, there's nothing really they can do, because they were going to try to charge me with trespassing, but they asked the owner of the land. He's like, no, but I told him he can do it. He said, that happens, this stuff happens. And cop was like, oh, well, nothing we can do, because he's on private property. I don't know how I got away with it that night, but I was fucked, man. I got away with so I couldn't drive the truck. I suppose they couldn't prove that I was driving it, but so, but yeah. But anyways, the others, what happened with the house? So what happened is I had the money, whatever. So when I was gambling online, I hooked up my credit card. So when I was on the way to St. John's to buy my Audi, I won a pile of money. So, and at this time where I was spending a pile of money on different cards, it would go back to certain, like, so much will go to this card, so much will go to that card. So, one day I looked at my fucking Visa, and I only had a $3,000 limit, but there was $70,000 on a $3,000 limit card. That was not available credit because it was my money, like I said, you know what I mean? It said available credit 70,000, but like, I done it the wrong way. I spent back a lot of the money to make it down to the 3,000, but they charged me interest on my own money because it was on the fucking card. So then I got nailed with a pile of interest. It was equal up to like, and then I missed a pile of payments now because I couldn't afford like fucking $1,500 a month for the payment at the time then, because everything went to shit. And it was like 30,000 or 32,000 by the time with the interest and everything and late fees and everything, is what it equaled out to be after. So then I remortgaged the house to pay that off, and then my mortgage went up, fucking skyrocketed. But at the time, if I could have claimed not bankruptcy, but a consumer proposal. Could have still had the house. Could have sold the house right now, and I could have made up all the money off the house. I literally could have had saved near $80,000. So, learn the real lesson, boys. Like, if you ever want to know real life, hard life lesson about drugs and money and shit, just come talk to Stubby. He might not have a grain of sense, but sometimes, but.
Yeah, I'm gonna not talk about doing drugs at my interview on Friday.
No, man, obviously not. But you got an interview where?
Friday.
Where to?
Interview. Be a principal.
Nice!
Yeah.
Nice, dog. Good for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Principal proof on Friday. That might be
So, where's the school to?
it's the same one I'm working at right now. So
Oh.
it'll be running the ship. Which actually I need to get off and study a little bit of questions and read up. So I'll holler at y'all. I'll let y'all know how it goes. Probably won't be on tomorrow.
Later, dude. Good luck, man.
Later, buddy.
Hey, so we're not gonna do the draft tomorrow night, just so everybody's on the same page.
Okay, that's what I was just wondering. I was like,
We're back, and JT gets back from Mexico when it's more convenient for everybody. So we don't want anyone to feel like, hey, I gotta hurry home, or you got plans. You got plans. It's a video game. It's not really that important. Fantasy football, we had a due date. First game of the season had to be done by then.
so would it be in the next, like, probably
Yo,
2 weeks?
Drew was swimming with humpback whales, bro.
What? That's cool as shit.
Fuck yeah, it's cool as fuck. Are you kidding me? Some people don't do that their entire life. I probably won't ever do that.
Have you ever went swimming with dolphins?
Nope.
Dog, listen. If you're going to Mexico, it's well worth your fucking time to try it, man. That's a real experience, dog. Especially when these motherfuckers fucking can push you out of the air and push you out of the water and into the air.
Like, and they try to have sex with you, right?
No.
Dolphins are notorious to try to have sex with humans.
Well, he's never had tried to have sex with me, dog. That was cool shit, though, man. They're powerful, man. I couldn't believe it, man. I had a fucking dolphin on each of me fucking foot, man, and they tells you to fucking put your arms up, man, and with that, man, they pushes you up out of the fucking air, man, and out you fucking go, and I was 250 pounds at the time, man, and they just launched me like out of the water like I was fucking butter, man. Have you ever been to Aruba, JT?
Mm-mm.
How come?
I've just never been.
Man, you gotta go. You would enjoy Aruba. I know you would enjoy it. 100%.
I'm about to go to my favorite spot, bro. I'm about to be in Tulum next week. That shit is dope.
Nah, this is dope too. So where's Tulum to? Like, what's next to Tulum?
That's in Mexico. It's about an hour and a half by Cancun.
Okay. So if you want to go to Cancun for a night or two, like, just say you just fucking go fucking rent a car or fucking even a fucking.
I got a car. I rented one.
Yeah, that's your best bet, hey boy, right? Instead of fucking having to do it public, because then you can just do what you want and go where you want.
Yeah, it's south. It's south of Playa del Carmen.
So where have you been down south, like?
Mexico, Cancun, Cabo San Lucas, Hobart. I mean, Cabo San Lucas is all the way on the other side by fucking. That's like on the other side of the peninsula, like on the California side. That's by Baja, but yeah. The Cabo San Lucas, you know, like, so if you're looking at the map, like, that's where Drew always goes, Cabo. But that's like, you know, if you go down the coastline of fucking California, Cabo's at the very end of, like, the left side of Mexico. That's why all the whales migrate down there.
Oh, okay.
And then on the other side of the Gulf of Mexico, like, right outside of Gulf of Mexico is where Tulum is at. Quantaroo, you know what I'm saying?
No, I like it. I did like traveling, man. Like, I'm glad that's like I did actually travel twice. Highlight of my life, man. Miami is not a place to fuck with, dog, with heat. And I fucking learned my lesson on that real quick. I walked out of that goddamn airport, man, and that fucking humid air struck
It's
me,
hot
man.
as fuck at the airport, yeah. Miami's hot in general.
Fuck. Well, I got in the nighttime, so it wouldn't, like, the airport wasn't too bad. Like, I never got into, like, 9:30, 9:45. But, man, just the fucking humidity, man, it was just, like, holy fuck. Well, I went to the zoo there. So if you're downtown, if you're, so you know it's a bit about Miami, JT. So if you're in downtown Miami, and is it called the Turnpike?
The shoe?
I don't know what it's called, but I've been down
The
there.
Jersey
You talking
Turnpike.
about When you take the fucking bridge.
The drawbridge?
Yeah, you take a drawbridge to get over. There's multiple bridges to get into there.
Okay, there's one there. I'm not 100% sure exactly where it's to, but there's a hotel right next to it.
Dude, there's tons of hotels.
I know.
There's one bridge you cross at that Star Island where, like, Shaq's got his house. And fucking Fat Joe, DJ Khaled, they all live on an island that's right across, like, between Miami and the fucking, like, Wynwood, the whole, like, art district area. Wow. Like all these dope ass fucking places. Brandon, what's that?
The hotel I stayed into, the drawbridge, one of the drawbridges was literally right next to me. But I could see where from my room, I was on the 11th floor, or 13th. From where I was on my floor, I could see like where the boat port was to for the cruise ships in the distance.
Yeah, that's like right by the bridge.
Yeah, that's exactly like
Carnival and all those boats. Are right
yes,
there.
that's what I usually take as Carnival. Fucking dope ass hotel. Dope as fuck. Well, listen, dog, I lived my best life out of Miami driving around in a brand new Mustang at the time, convertible with the top down. So I got my joy out of life. I didn't know you could go to like different like spots in Miami, like down on South Beach, and fucking rent Lamborghinis for like a half decently cheap price for the day.
Like what? What's that?
Everybody.
Like $200, $250 a day, which is
I
not.
don't know if it's that
Like
much.
300, 400 in Toronto. What it was to rent the Lamborghini. That's one day, dude, to drive a car. What are you gonna do?
Well, that's what I done. That's like when I was down there with my
They do it all
mom.
the time. They rent those cars and then drive down Ocean Drive. Yeah, it's kind of. It's like, man, cool.
Well, that's
And
like
then when COVID came, they shut down Ocean Drive, and they put all the restaurants on actual Ocean Drive. So instead of eating inside the restaurant, they just put the tables on Ocean Drive in the street, and you ate on Ocean Drive. It's like fucking so stupid. And then fucking all they did was the next street over is where the cars drove them down. Like it's actually made South Beach kind of cool though. Like if you walk down Ocean Drive, it was popping during COVID. It's always popping, but the only thing was it wasn't open till like 6 in the morning. Like Miami, you party all night.
It's like, remember at the hotel I was at, the bar was 2 floors down, and I was drinking, and I said to my mother, Mother, I'm going down at the bar now, see if I can fucking meet up with some people, meet some people from down here. I met up with this fucking guy, man. I think I still got his fucking real estate card, man. He's a real estate agent down there, man.
Y'all, how many? Y'all only had sex once, right?
No.
Boy, the thing about it, got him, dude. Got him, dude.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got the hook up there, and it's Sean Johnson.
Sitting at the bar making friends, huh? Right,
Yeah, I was gonna go fucking to another party with him, but fucking when I went up fucking stairs, it took too long and he pieced out. Kind of glad because I don't know where the fuck I would have ended up to in Miami. Well, it was hilarious because I was like, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was fucking getting mad at my mother. I was like, Mother, I was like, I'm hungry. I was like, get out. I was like, I'll order you an Uber and go get me McDonald's or whatever. Like, she's like, I'm not fucking going out that in Miami. I was like, why not, boy? Right, first time ever out and fucking like literally off of Newfoundland, never been on.
Oh man, boy, Don Lemon right now. CNN alert: doctors and experts say children should be in school. How can anybody take this dude Don Lemon for real, bro?
It's true. A bunch of doctors and pediatricians are coming out here and keep the schools open.
Yeah.
They close them for 2 weeks here.
First and 10, Herbert.
I can't trust any of these fucks on TV, dude. They all look fucking crazy. Every news channel is looking at these fucks like, dude.
Number one for that matter. But what's the game plan for defending and trying to limit him? You've asked a really difficult question there because
They love it, dude. They love it. They love the chaos. Fuck them motherfuckers, dog. Dude, so what do y'all think? Y'all think, dude, is AB, like, he's going to have to produce receipts for all this shit that he's saying.
If he can't produce receipts, he'll never play in the league again.
And he probably will be sued for defamation.
But if he does produce receipts,
then the NFL is fucked.
I don't think that he ever needs to play in the league again.
He'll be paid.
Yeah, he'll be paid. He can just sit out.
Hey, Bruce Arians is done.
He's got a ring already.
Yeah, but he'll never coach again.
No. I'm talking about AB. He's got a ring already.
Bruce Arians will be in trouble. The doctor staff is all going to be in trouble. Like, but do you think, I mean, when you read the letter, did you read it yet? Have y'all seen it?
No.
He tweeted this shit out. I don't know if he tweeted it or he put a 3-page statement out. I mean, he's talking about that he's got text messages between him and Bruce Arians telling him that it's fucked up. He said on Monday, so the game on Sunday when this happened, that Monday, he went and got his own doctor and got an MRI and didn't let the Bucks know. And he said that they had their own doctor, and their doctor said he was cleared, and then he went and said he was in excruciating pain and blah, blah, blah. But like I said, but when you watch the way he exited, it's like, man, I think he might be lying. You know what I'm saying? Like all he has to do is post a photo of it, right? But then how do you prove an MRI that that's his foot? He got to release the text messages, dog. He should screenshot them bitches and start posting them.
I wouldn't even post them all. I'd just draw one.
Well, I mean, the only reason you wouldn't is because your lawyer told you not to.
Well, exactly. That's obviously.
But I don't know why you would even do that. Like, you could still sue him. I mean, he said that Bruce Arians told him, "You're done. and used his finger to cut across his throat. That was during the game. There would be video of this.
Yeah, I'm reading a statement right now. I shared it to the page with
Yeah, I already.
Diego
It's wild though, right?
Yeah, it's wild.
Because it's like, yo, if any of this shit is true, any of it, and it's all stuff that everything he's saying should be provable.
Well,
text messages, all you gotta do is subpoena his phone records. You should have those. If that really happened, why would
Arians already admitted that he cut him right there on the field.
Yeah, but he's not. I don't think he's cut from the roster.
He said you're done.
Yeah.
Is there video? Yeah.
Well, Arians admitted that he said he cut him on the field. I cut him down there on the field.
Yeah, but as of the day after.
But this is legit. Like, he was cut. He did not quit. He was cut.
Yeah, he said if you listen to what fucking AB's saying,
that's what I'm trying to say.
AB is saying that Bruce Arians walked up to him and told him you're done and did like the cut across your neck, like, you know, you're cut your neck. He's saying, I'm thinking, like, if that's true, all you have to do is there's game film, dog. There's cameras all around this shit. You see everything on the sideline. There's a camera at every angle. That would be provable. The MRI will be provable. The text messages will be provable.
Yeah, but you know how you can get away with stuff with text messages? Someone else had my phone.
Nah, dog, there's no way. That's not gonna fly in court with these fucking NFL dudes. This shit happened. He's saying that they knew about it and that they injected his fucking ankle with a painkiller.
It reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air.
So all this shit is provable.
Receivers catch it, the ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball.
No doubt. But I don't think he was cut from the roster just because he said he was cut. Like Floyd just said, I'm pretty sure he's still on the roster.
Yes, they were talking about it today. Bruce Arians said he wasn't there, but he's still on there because they're trying to figure out what to do with him because apparently somebody was reporting it, whether you believe it or not. They were saying that the Bucs didn't want another team to pick him up after the season.
I don't know. They think he's that good right now? I mean, he did go off for like 100 yards.
Yeah. Plus, if he plays against the Bucs, he might be like heated up from all this shit, you know? You don't want to play against angry AP.
But when it all comes down to it, like a lot of the analysts are saying, there's something wrong with him, like mentally. Like, really though, like JT, you think about it. Any of us all of us are in that situation. Would you do what he done in that situation?
Well, if he's telling the truth, yes. What he did, but is he telling the truth? I don't know. If my ankle's jacked up and this fool comes over here and tells me this bullshit, like, then yeah, I'm probably walking out. And you're already rich, you already got a ring. What's $1 million when you're worth 20, 30, 40, 50, however much he's got? But if they're not telling, then no. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't hurting, this fool's wilding out and telling me to no. Problem is with that CTE shit that what they're talking about that they think he has. Dog, you know how many NFL players have done some wild shit where they kill people and then kill themselves and they hear voices and they lose their temper real quick and they go through moods. I mean, and I think me and Bill were talking about, I don't think there's a treatment or a way that you can tell if somebody's got the shit until after they die.
To kick. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 20.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they gotta like probably cut your brain open and.
Well, that's what they did with Junior Seau.
He ain't playing nowhere this year.
You read that shit? Wild, right?
Yeah.
I told you, it's pretty crazy. Like, he's talking mad shit.
But hold on a second.
He didn't write, first of all, he didn't write this shit. First of all, he talked to somebody typed the shit around him. Hey.
Something out of tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders, who knows what it could be. He got details out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the point where they're fast. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing.
Okay, that was December 21st. I'm trying to find those areas. I cut him.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide. Good play. And the Bengals are going to set up for the first to remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken
Man, I didn't know an NFL coach could just do that to a player in the middle of the game. That's unheard of. You ever heard of an NFL player being cut in the middle of the game? I don't think I have.
Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. For the extra point, the lead is up to 15 now. That drive started with real estate in front of them. Cross territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, Prater. After the touchdown, out goes Prater to kick. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. But look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good.
Trying to read it all up, huh? Trying to catch up on it.
In the second quarter, might they change offensively?
I think that what you're trying to do is expand and get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out of open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way.
Going back into Ian Rappaport's tweets. He's the one talking about it. It could be 3 days ago, right?
Yeah, all that shit, AB shit came out today.
Yeah, but it happened there.
Oh, man, when they actually happened on Sunday. It's crazy. Like I said, it's all just got to be proven. So I don't want to say who's lying or not, because if dog, the shit he's talking about, if he's got one receipt of an MRI and it shows his leg fucked up, dude, he's got the Bucks by the balls.
Yeah.
And then that makes Tom Brady look like a punk. That makes Bruce Arians look like, it makes all of them look like punks. And it's just like, dude, I don't know. But it's like, dude, you got fucking Gronk on your team, and he's always played hurt. But damn, dog, if you've got bone fragments in your shit and your shit's torn and they're trying to make you play, there's no way an NFL team would make you do that. That'd be insane.
Yeah, especially when they're going to make the playoffs, right?
When they're already in. Like, there's no way they did that. Like, if they did, that's the craziest shit I've ever heard from an NFL team to do that. Like, that's why, like, I couldn't, you imagine? They're just like, oh, your leg's broken and torn ligaments, and there's bones floating around in your ankle. You better play. Like, what? Hey, and then knowing that if he's on a contract, but like, why would they do that? Because if he doesn't play, they don't have to pay another $1 million. Like, why would a team do that? They don't make no sense. Damn, dude, I'm fucking sore. My fucking knee is jacked up, boys. I did a number on it this time. Again, I should have never played. But I did get 2 wins, bro, yesterday. I think I went 2-2 yesterday.
Where at? In Madden? Oh, on basketball.
Yeah, basketball in real life. Greg bought a stupid ass cameraman. I was just like, God damn it. I played like complete garbage.
Yo, camera shy, hey?
No, my knee, dude, I took a shot to the knee in the second game. And then, so every time I dribbled, I just was, instead of worried like normal where I can bring the rock up, I was too worried about I just focused on my knee. So I was just like, anytime I jump, I'm favoring it, making sure I'm not landing on it. Like, it's stupid. I shouldn't have been out playing anyway. Fucking dumb. Fucking dumb. Ugh. I keep that. Y'all ever heard of biofreeze?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I rubbed it all over, so I couldn't feel it for a while either, because I rubbed that shit all over my knee and then put my knee brace over it. My knee just felt just completely numb until that dude landed on it. It's like, ooh.
That's how you hurt stuff.
Yeah. Like I can feel fluid built up in it right now.
So my back is, it like fills up.
It's crazy because it fills up, then it goes away. So I'm like, where does all that fluid go?
Your asshole.
I know sometimes people got to get it drained. Put a big old needle in there and have to drain that shit out of there. Like, ugh. Bill, you had your knee drained?
No.
I'm trying to think if anybody's done it. Like, I'm wondering if they can put like a numbing cream on there so you don't feel the needle. And then put that in there and just drain all that shit out of there. Here's a topic we haven't talked about. Is there still a national wing shortage? Is that a real thing still?
Talking about chicken wings?
There's some with chicken and...
Yeah, nigga, chicken wings, dog. I'm trying to get some chicken wings, dog. It's real shit, dog.
Quite good.
Sounds really good right now, too.
Yeah, I'm kind of...
Chicken wings always sound good, bro.
Next list.
Hey, this could be a cool little video. It was on Rogan today.
The Joe Rogan experience.
The community of people that are obsessed with the JFK assassination.
Thank God, it's pretty thorough.
It's amazing.
There are a lot of nutcases too out there, but those serious people are really good, and they're the ones that kept this case alive.
Well, it's the thing that a conspiracy theorist really looks to.
I don't use that word. I think truth seekers much more.
Okay, well, forget about that word. But someone who's interested in uncovering the truth about this assassination, the type of person that has that mindset that's interested in uncovering the truth about any historical
that's
event.
correct.
This is one of the best ones.
That's
because there's
what a historian does.
Yes, there's significant evidence, and there's significant evidence that there is a conspiracy. Significance. I mean,
I would say from the beginning there was, where you have a shot from the rear and a shot from the front.
well, I was going to get into that. So when you detail so brilliantly in this documentary,
So were they talking about JFK
all
what?
of the people
The assassination.
that were involved
This is Oliver Stone.
manipulating evidence, whether
The movie
it's
producer?
autopsy photos,
Yeah.
whether it's the
why
evidence
they
But he's
talking
been
about
he's been investigating it for years. He got kicked out of Hollywood because he made these movies about it.
People that were involved. How many people knew what had actually happened? Because it seems like there was a concentration of people that was not small. And one of the things that people who like to use the pejorative term conspiracy theorists, they always want to point to people can't keep a secret. Well, the fuck they can't. They had to.
It's a giant maze. It's so confusing.
Yes.
That no one would be believed if they...
Right.
There's one part... Think of it as departments of this. Somebody pops up and says, I know this. So he disappears on the maze. It's another piece of information.
Yeah.
There's been no attempt by government to follow up on this at all. They dismissed... They had the HSCA in 1978, right? That came about because of pressure. And a lot of that was classified still and disappeared for a while. We got it out. All that stuff. They decided that there was a probable conspiracy based on the acoustic evidence of the motorcycles, but we don't want to go into that. That's a whole other story.
Acoustic evidence,
Acoustic,
sound
from the rear,
recording?
in the front.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
The shots.
the physical evidence of the impact on the body is
That's
way
more important. Yeah.
way more important and way more obvious.
Yeah.
That first of all, the establishment of the magic bullet was one of the most preposterous things that the United States public has ever accepted.
And I think we did a great service by driving a stake through
COVID's a little
heart
better.
of that vampire because
Well, they try to say a bullet changed direction in midair
Ways too. You detailed all the various ways
without hitting
they tried
anything.
to establish it. Once they found the wound in the
Stopped,
back, they tried
turned around,
to establish
went right back.
First of all, the magic bullet, there's no chain of custody.
Oh, and also, it didn't have any blood splatter or matter, and it was found fully intact next to the body.
Now, Hoover, of course, never wanted to believe that Oswald did it alone. He had to because they put themselves in a straitjacket. They said 3 shots. There was not 3 shots. There was probably 4 or 5 shots. 3 shots, 1 assassin who, why? What's his motive? He was a perfectly reasonable young man. He was in the corridor being yelled at. And he said, I need a lawyer. I'm a patsy.
Yes.
You know, the guy didn't behave like he was proud of what he had done.
No.
Which is what they said. He was a communist, an assassin. They had this background of visiting Russia. Of course, we found out, the community found out that it wasn't everything didn't meet the eye. It was a whole other story going on. That Oswald had been associated with the CIA.
Yes.
Not that he'd been an agent, but he'd been watched by the CIA for 4 years. That we know without a doubt now because of what we declassified. James Angleton, counterterrorist chief, had a file on Oswald since before Russia. They knew him. They knew what he was doing up until the week. Well, apparently they disappeared his flash warning about a week before the assassination, which means to say you don't need to check Oswald if you're a Secret Service. You see him somewhere on a parade route, you'd have to clear out those type of people. Secret Service is very aware of people who have backgrounds who could be dangerous. They took that off, the signal on Oswald.
The other thing is that Oswald was working both sides. Clearly, that he was working with the pro-Castro and the anti-Cuban movement.
But the CIA set up both.
Yes,
the CIA set up the pro and the Castro.
Right. So it's very clear that they were well aware of him.
Dip him in the Cuban poison. Sheep dip him, just make him look like a commie who loves Castro. That was the intention.
Remember when we gave every business in America a permit 15% tax reduction a couple years ago and literally got nothing cheaper?
This was a chance.
Most prices went up, and when a pandemic hit, all those businesses immediately laid people off.
And this is where Johnson is not, you can't blame Johnson because he felt that there was this pressure right away. And he said to the Warren Commission guys, he said, look, there's a lot of pressure to point the finger at Russia and China and Russia and Cuba. We don't want to do that because we're going to have a nuclear war if we do that. Like 40 million people are going to be dying. That's what he told Warren. Warren went white, you know, in those days. It was very serious. 40 million people, my God. He had all the weight of the country on his shoulders, and that's why he accepted this lousy job as the chief commissioner. So Johnson used that story, but Johnson believed it. I think he believed it. I think he believed in some way, I'm not sure. Let me put something, this is very important. Marvin Watson was his aide to Johnson. In 19 church committee, he testified that Johnson, after he read the IG report that we had talked about earlier, which said that there were no assassination. President Kennedy or Robert had never authorized any assassination attempt on Castro, right? He read that report, and he told Watson, according to Watson, he said, I now believe that the CIA was probably involved in the assassination. That's what he said.
Wow.
In 1967, when he read the report.
Wow.
It comes out at the church committee, which is classified, disappears for some reason. We find it. We find it again because of this ARB.
So he was probably left in the dark as well.
I do believe so. I think he's definitely involved in the cover-up because he doesn't want to have a war.
Right.
But he changes the whole policy.
Who is involved in that?
Johnson.
We have that declassified call between him and Robert McNamara. What does Johnson say in that call? Do you remember? It's in the film. He says, I was never in agreement with you and the president about withdrawing from Vietnam. I I thought you were wrong. He says that proudly.
Yeah.
Because he's going in.
Right.
Why he wants to go into Vietnam and not Cuba, you know, is another issue. But think about that. Just think about the implications of it. Johnson is moving towards war in Vietnam.
And how deep in that he was looking to do something to weaken the grip of the CIA. Not just get rid of those 3 guys, but he also wanted to diminish the CIA's influence.
Yeah, but that wasn't his only thought. He had 100 things to deal with.
Right, that's the problem, right?
The world.
And newly in office.
Well, yeah, by 60. He said statements about the generals. He said, you know, they're not worth a bucket of piss or whatever it was. You know, they're not. Generals think they know everything. They always want to go to war. They want the parades, but they don't want the casualties. They don't want the result. And that's true for the United States. We go to war with a lot of hoopla, and we come out and we leave our people. We leave our people who go over there mostly in very difficult states. You know, either suicide or veterans hospitals with limbs blown off. It's not fun, the war, and we treat it like. I think the United States has never experienced a war. I think that's a problem.
On our shores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when we do, we're shocked.
So we have a distorted perception of what war is.
I think the Russians are much more realistic because every Russian is related to somebody who was killed in World War II.
Right.
It's in their hearts. It's seared in. And,
that's a good fucking point.
I can't speak for the Chinese, but they lost like a couple of million men.
We have never had anybody bring war to our continent. I think the closest you could say is Mexico down in fucking Alamo. You know what I'm saying?
Cover up of the assassination.
You have mountains surrounding both sides,
because,
and everybody has a gun.
when you break down all the various people that you document,
I've been to the Alamo fly. Y'all never probably seen, you know, but you've heard of it. But
I remember.
It's crazy. It's crazy how small it is.
It's tiny.
It's fucking tiny, bro. Like
the house is definitely bigger than it.
Yeah, and then when you go in there, it's just wild. That whole area, you know what's funny is like, that whole area is covered in bums now. There's bums all around that bitch. It's like in the hood part of the San Antonio. It's not in a dope area. And then across the street, there's like the Ripley's Believe It or Not. And then there's like all those like little fucking like...
Trees dog trying to just suck off the tit of the fucking consumer who happens to be there.
Died in battle for the country.
Yeah, let's put our gaming.
There's a Ripley's Believe It or Not. There's like
very clear that those
a House of Wax, I believe. There's like all this stupid shit.
About the FBI chain of custody for the magic bullet, the alteration of the autopsy photos.